G'day there, welcome back. We've run into the weekend. I'm not actually sure what the date is. 22nd. It's the 22nd of November today. So harvest going well. I've just come out. I've got the dish lickers with me. We're just going to shift the ewes onto some of these barley stubbles. And yeah, just change the scenery for them. So do that first. It is supposed to be warming up over the weekend, but she's a bit overcast this morning, and you'll notice I do have a jumper on. So truck's just about to leave. We loaded last night. We got that paddock finished. If you watched the last video, so it's all going pretty well. So yeah, we just need to wait for the truck to come back before we can shift the mother bin, because it's got probably 2/3 of a load in it. Which, yeah, he'll be a couple of hours probably, so which won't matter. I'll get these ewes shifted, and then service the header, and we can shift the header and get mother bin and that. So, and sorry, can't shift the mother bin, chase the bin, and get a bit organised. So it's not the end of the world. So sheep are in good order, but yeah, they'll run around now and pick all the leftover grain up that put a bit of grain out through the header and that sort of stuff. So they'll do really well on the barley stubbles now. So that's about where we're up to. Everything's sort of going pretty well at the moment. All the baling's finished, which is good. Apart from obviously the barley stubble, which we'll get to in due course. I'm not sort of too stressed about it just at the moment yet. When we see how we go, it's moisture on it may be a bit high, so probably will be. So it'll probably be a week before we pick it up. Be able to pick it up anyway. So yeah, look, if it's not going to rain, look, it's not the end of the world if we don't pick it up at all. I wouldn't mind doing some of it though if we can. One probably for our own use. We can use it through the feedlot if we ever get it up and operational. So anyway. Weather's a bit strange anyway. Got both mobs shifted. I've just come and cleaned these troughs out and just had to adjust up one of the floats here. What happens is when we pump, we sort of had the floats tied up tight so they wouldn't leak. What happens just with the pressure when we pump up, these troughs are on the same line that we've got that go up to the tank up the back. So when we pump the water, the valves, the ball cocks or float valves, whatever you want to call them, do leak a little bit. So I've just adjusted them up a bit. And then just cleaned them out. So the ewes will be happy in here for a while now. So it's all a case of just checking the troughs and make sure they got water, and it should be a happy day. So I've just got to slip up the other end there and close the gate end into the wheat that we haven't harvested yet, and then I'll come back and blow the header down and then duck home and take these doggos home and pick a bit of pipe down the ground. Drop the doggos off and pick the fuel trailer up, and hopefully then the rice water might be ready to change. So I'm just up at the rice. I've not long changed it onto the last bar in the first section. So I don't know, 3 hours or something like that, it'll be right to change again. So and we had a yarn to Miranda and Jono about this. What I've done is I've got half a cherry barrel full of wet rice here, and it'll probably just attract the ducks. But what they used to do, I don't know whether they still do it or not, is when you aerial sow rice, you soak it like this in water and get it to shoot, and then obviously the bays are full of water like they are there now, and you fly the rice on and just drop it in, and with it already being shot, it gets going pretty quickly. What we're thinking, and you probably can't see that, but so what I've done here is I've soaked a bit of rice for sort of 48 hours, and what I'm going to do is, and it's very agricultural and it may not work, so we've just got these spots where the water's laid, and that's all I'm going to do. So it'll probably attract ducks, but it might hopefully with the cracks in the ground, we'll get a few that'll fall down the cracks, and it might just fill these holes in a bit, just so later on doesn't give the ducks somewhere to land. Like they'll land on bare water, but generally, you know, if there's crop there, they don't obviously land in the crop. So very agricultural, but it may work. So yeah, we'll see how we go. So if there's a big mob of ducks camped here tonight when the water's on it, we know what's going on. They're getting a smorgasbord. So there's a few of them around. So not duck. Well, there's the odd duck around. They're not too bad, but I just thought we'd have a go at this. I've still got 100 kilos or not even in a bulker bag there left over from sowing. So yeah, but again, I don't know why we've got these sort of soaky areas, but there's a bit of it around from all reports, as I sort of mentioned. Yeah, anyway, we'll try. If they fall down the cracks, you can see the cracks there, so if you get them to fall down there, yeah, and they strike and come up with the warm weather, they might it might catch up pretty quickly anyhow. So yeah, so Tony's gone out with a fuel trailer. The truck's on its way back. So this will take me half an hour. I'll just run around. I'm not going to do all of it just yet. I'll just do this sort of top section where the water's going to go. Next is just a couple of holes here. So yeah, easy as that. Sort of. Not too sure on my sowing rate, but anyway, it'll be right. Into the last paddock of barley. So yield's going to be, well, yield is back a little bit, but as I was sort of expecting it to, just different soil type here. It's a lot lighter, sandier soil, this paddock. We do have a few more heads on the ground for whatever's going on. I half suspect we've had a few plants just run out of moisture and die. And also, you'll see it show up if we turn around. I don't know whether it's still just the moisture in the straw from the dew overnight, or whether it's the straw itself. Like it's not smashing up. Where you get an idea of what I mean when it's when we turn around here, or when we get up here. I'm just cutting a block out here. Yeah, so we are back. We're back, sort of around that 3 tonne, I reckon. So which is sort of where I sort of thought everything was going to be. Don't know, it still looks pretty good when it's coming in the header, but yeah, just got those few on the ground. I don't know, too sure why we've got that, but anyway, the 4-legged harvesters will get them. That's why we have them, well, not just why we have them, but yeah. So anyway, it is slowly warming up. It's making hard work of it, but anyway, it'll should be right. So we'll keep marching along here. The truck is here. He needed about 20 tonne. There was a bit of a muck around, just getting the moving. So he needed about 20 tonne per load. So he's just had to wait, unfortunately. But I'm doing, I think I'm on my 4th or 5th box full now, so he won't be far off, and he'll have we'll have a load for him anyhow. So, but yeah, just battling with that rotor loss a bit, just with the way the straw is. You can see here, so these ones, if you haven't seen the controls on the header, so bugger, go back. So that's the rotor loss. So basically we want to keep the green down as low as we can. You can see the sieves is the next one. So that's basically where the grain and the chaff separated. So we're not getting anything going over the back onto the ground there, and then that's your repeats. So basically it comes off, depending on how you've got the machine set up, it'll comes off the sieves. Any unthrashed heads or anything like that will drop into the repeats and then go through the whole system again. But yeah, a rotor loss, if when the straw's tough like it is, yeah, we sort of do tend to battle a little bit. So basically got engine load. You can set these screens up however you want to, but engine load, engine RPM, we've got average dry tonnes to the hectare. Our moisture, which is not 100% correct. Rotor speed, fan speed, so cleaning fan speed, and then the rotor's the big spinny thing in the middle. And then that's your instant yield as we're going along, and then our tonnes per hour. And then over here is pretty self-explanatory. You've got any errors or anything will come up on the picture of the header, or if I've got the auger out, the auger will be out here. Fuel gauge, temperature gauge, ground speed, and then just a few other bits and pieces here, but we can scroll through and it gives us, how many tonnes we've harvested so far, tonnes for this paddock, total area we've done, hectares. So then this one's a little bit different. We've got our concave opening, so that's the distance of the grates that I was talking about on a couple the other day, under the concave, the distance of the grates to the rotor. Then we've got the upper sieve, and then the lower sieve, and then obviously, and then our spreader speed out on the back. And if you can see them in the mirror there, it's how quick it's throwing the chaff out. So bit of everything going on. It's all different sorts of sort of information on different pages. So that one's your sort of engine page. So fuel level, we used about 60 litres of fuel an hour. Fuel temperature, hydraulic temp, hydro temp, control pressure, whatever that is, and then the hours on the machine and that sort of stuff. So there you go, quick rundown. Tony's following me up, so we'll turn around up the end here, and it's just, I should have the yield mapping going in this paddock because I'm watching the instant, and it's it's all over, it's spiking all over the place. So it would be good to have it going, but unfortunately we don't. So what I was talking about before with the stubble, you can just see straw out of the back of the header. Usually that would be clean, but you can see it's just sitting on top of the straw that's still there for whatever reason. So I don't know whether straw's still a bit green. I know Dan next door, they had the same trouble. It was very similar soil type on their place as well. I know he had the same dramas. So truck's just leaving and you can see the dust. So righto, thanks mate. Hopefully we'll have a load for you. Sorry about the wait.
Oh, all good mate, no stress. I think I'm close to the gauges. I'll give it a go for the first one anyway.
Yeah, okay. Speak of the devil. So anyway, got good runs here, so hopefully it's we can won't be too long getting him a load. Rocking along, we've got about 10 hectares left. We are run into trouble with quality again. So the screenings just on this lighter country have come up again, so they're going to let us deliver one more load, and hopefully the screenings improve. Yield's a bit all over the place. I'm half half wonder whether there's something wrong with the paddle. It's just got a contact paddle in the up in the top of the clean grain, the grain elevator, where it comes up from underneath the machine and drops it in the box. Because we're very sporadic, like, you know, sometimes it's telling me we're only stripping 2 tonne, and then next minute we're 6 tonne. So I'm half wondering whether there might be something wrong with whether it might be worn out. So I might have a look tomorrow. It's not a big drama, but yeah, because some areas where you think, oh yeah, it should be doing heaps, and it's not sort of registering that much on the monitor, and then when you other areas where it's a bit lighter, it's registering. So I don't know. So James is in the road train today. Kev's having the day off, so he's just loading again now. So fingers crossed we can slip this one in, get this one in. It makes the grade, and then we'll nearly. I don't know what'll be left here yet. We'll just see. I would have thought there would be at least a load left here. So we'll just see. The lights are on, so we're having a battle with quality again. They're not going to let us deliver anymore, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, but what we've got left here, we've sort of got in the corner. What we've got left here, we'll store it in the mother bin and in our truck. So I've sent the road train home for the night. We do have rain inbound, which is a pain in the bum. There is a fair band coming actually, which I don't think was forecast, so which is always good. So we're just down, I'm sort of running a bit of different soil type here. You can see the crop's pretty solid, pretty consistent too, which is good. So yeah, Tony's a fair way, he's got a fair drag back up to the mother bin from down here. So anyway, what else? Jay's going to work. Well, if we're not washed out tomorrow, Jay's going to work. He just sent a message to see whether anyone wanted the day off, and I just messaged Lily, and she was happy to. I was a little bit conscious. She was pretty tired yesterday when we finished, so I just sort of flicked her a message to see whether she wanted to rest up a bit more. So it's sort of, I'm a bit lucky at the moment having some good staff at my disposal, and these young guys that want to get in and have a go and work, or young guys and girls. But I don't want to burn Lily out either. So but the way it's going, we'll end up having tomorrow off the way the weather's looking. So anyway, been pretty happy. The paddock, it's, as I said earlier, it's a bit funny, but generally overall pretty happy. Well, very happy with the way it's yielded. So it's good. Like, it's probably, we've had 255 mil for the year, and it's basically fallen in the growing season. So it just goes to show we can grow crop if we get rain at the right time. But if we had 30-40 mil in September, like we were sort of hoping for, God knows what we would have ended up with. Obviously quality would have been up, but yields would have been phenomenal really. So, and the cool finishes probably helped too. Just talking to a couple of the other guys, Josh and James there in the canola, and really happy with their dryland canola, so which is nice. So everyone I've sort of been talking to's been really happy with the yields. So it's good to see. So so hopefully our canola, there's a paddock just through the other side of the trees here. Hopefully, if we get a shower of rain tomorrow, it'll be good, because we can recharge a bit, or if we get a shower of rain tonight, we get a couple of mil or something. Hopefully we can get this finished, and if we recharge tomorrow, and and then get into it again on Monday. So anyway, we'll see. Sarah's been changing rice water for me, which has been bloody helpful. It's just saved having to worry about it, so that's working pretty well too at the moment. It's pretty easy with those good Padman stops. It's really easy, like anyone can anyone can go and do it. Yeah, it's only a case of winding the winch to open and close bays. A couple more runs left. The Poms have had their backsides handed to them in the cricket, so we've got nothing to listen to on the radio for the next 3 days. Bloody hopeless. Trevor's head sounds as though he went pretty well though, so anyway, we'll move back onto the farming job. So yeah, not too sure what the weather's going to do. The wind is up a bit. You might be able to probably see the dust blowing around there. It's around in the west or possibly the southwest. So I'll be surprised if it, shouldn't say it, but I'll be surprised if it rains a heap below. Come on. We'll just update it and see where it's up to. We might be lucky, we might just, it's sort of dropping down, we might just catch the edge of it. So, anyway, can't do nothing about it, there's no point worrying about it. So I just got this run, one beside me here, and then just a couple of feet across against the fence actually. Tony's, we're about full here, and the mother bin's about full, so Tony was going to run some up and stick it in the truck, so we might have to just have a bit of a wait here. We'll just see whether he gets that chaser bin full in the mother bin or not. So, I think it's telling me we've stripped about 216 tonnes, so that's probably I'll have to have a bit of an add up with the trucks and that sort of stuff, but that's probably pretty close. Yeah, we've carted 260s out of here. There'll be another probably 70 in the bin, so that's 190. Yeah, it won't be far away. It'll be 200 tonne, 205 or something like that. So not a bad, pretty good result. Pretty happy with that. So I actually thought this would be our worst paddock. It actually hasn't turned out too bad, so just the sort of raw gutless sand here can be very hungry at times, but it, yeah, it actually hasn't performed too badly. So yeah, I might just, again, I'm not too sure what's going on with the yield monitor. It seems to be all over the place a little bit, so I might just top up. Not that it, as I said, not that it matters because we're not yield mapping, but I might just get up in the morning if it's not wet, just have a look. The paddle might be worn out. Sort of sensor pad might be worn out where the grain hits it, so it's had a fair bit of grain through it since last time I replaced it. So yeah, anyway, we'll march on here. It's about 9:30, so it's not going to be a super late one. Yeah, another half an hour, 3/4 an hour will be done. Should be good. That is all she cried for barley harvest. So I reckon we've ended up with a bit over 800 tonne, which is pretty good going given the season. The mother bin's obviously chock-a-block there. Tony's got a full chaser bin full. He's just going to take it up and drop it in our truck, and then yeah, whether well, just talk to Kev in the morning whether he brings one of the smaller trucks out and I do a couple of loads and he does one or something, just so we can get the mother bin empty. We'll just see what this weather front does. If it rains, I might even just cart it in myself into Yarrawonga. We're going to cross that stupid bridge, which I don't like doing, but anyway. Yeah, all gone pretty well. Machines are going well, touch wood. Yeah, happy enough with the yields, which is good. So, yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings, whether we get wet or not, but I don't think we're going to get heap. If we do, it might just pull us up for a day, or look, our canola is only, I think the stuff out the back here was only cut sort of 2 weeks today. Today, I think. Yeah, today and tomorrow. So, yeah, and everyone's sort of saying that they need to sort of, it needs to be down 2 weeks to be sort of ripe enough. So I'm sort of not panicking if it doesn't go to tomorrow or something like that. Well, it's not the end of the world. So we could, we might as well, we're here, we're set up out here, so we might as well harvest what's out here rather than, you know, we could go back to Max's block, like next door to home, and do it. It was cut earlier, a couple of days earlier, but we might as well just stay out here. We're out here now. So, yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.